So we waved goodbye to our new friends in West End and headed out to our next destination.
This part of the trip was over 70 nautical miles of passage that we would be mostly doing at night in the Northwest Providence Channel.
Things seemed to be going along pretty smoothly as we headed south until we neared the port of Freeport. And all of a sudden, there were tankers all over the place, not to mention a cruise ship or two. But that is where I learned how to keep watch for the very first time, thanks to the expertise of our captain, Sergio.
Each have a powerful little flashlight. Woo!
Yep.
And we'll be eating some dinner in a little while, and then Tammy will be the first one to go down and grab a few C's, and then maybe after that I'll try to grab a few here in the cockpit. But anyway, we're getting excited to watch our first sunset up here at sea. It's going to be beautiful.
As we prepared for night watches, we were surprised by how much light we got from the crescent moon. My favorite part of all was the starry, starry sky. This photo doesn't do it justice, but identifying constellations held my interest all through the night.
Our VHF radio is equipped with AIS, and that capability allows us to see the position and the direction of travel of other ships in the area. Here you see the two circles that show the range from our boat. Our boat's in the center, traveling southeast. And then you can see three other ships here represented by the other white little balls. And then there's a little barb sticking out from them, which gives us the relative motion. And other screens can actually allow us to see what kind of ship it is or what the name of the ship is. This information is helpful when you see a light out in the distance. Then we can look at our AIS screen and see if another ship is approaching us to a point where collision could be a possibility, and then we take appropriate actions and do an evasive maneuver to make sure that we're not anywhere close to their path. We use an iPad and our phones to look at navionics and the Explorer charts through an application called Aquamaps, and it helps us know very well where we're at all times. At night, we take turns sleeping and being on watch. So while I was on watch, Tammy took a chance there to fall asleep, and boy, she can fall asleep on a picket fence. I mean, look at that. Boy, and it was cold during this passage, so we were so happy about the sun coming up the next morning, and it felt so good on our faces. We have very big smiles on our faces here. The approach at Great Harbor Key is very unique, and you drive at it for quite a while, and you don't spot it until you're pretty much right on top of it. And it's this incredible cut through the limestone, very narrow channel, but deep, and you almost don't think you're gonna make it, but then you're in it, and it's okay.
After tying up, we each set to our individual tasks. Mine included freeing a little stowaway from the night. We caught some lunch, which was delicious right there at the pier before we hit the hay.